Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to shell script, where we will talk about continue utility. Okay, so what is continue utility? Continuity, continue utility is mainly used with loops in order to skip a particular iteration. So just assume a scenario where you are iterating some piece of code inside a loop, but there is a condition where you are supposed to skip any particular iteration. To make it simple, let's assume we are iterating loop for 5 times, but during that loop, when we reaches the iteration third iteration, so at that moment we don't want to do or perform the line of code which we have written. We want to skip for the third iteration, but afterwards we want to continue it again. So to implement such type of scenario, what we will do, we will use continue utility or statement, you can say. Okay, so I think now the requirement is clear that whenever we are iterating a loop, then in that case, if you want to skip any particular condition, and it is not always fixed that you are supposed to use it only one time, you can use it multiple time even. Okay, but it is totally dependent on the condition, but you can customize your code, you can modify it as per your need. But uh, overall thing is that we are supposed to do uh, continue only when we want to skip a particular iteration from a loop. Okay, fine. Now to make a simple example, like what we can do, I have already created one script. I'll just walk you through that script, then we will understand step by step uh, lines that we have written over there, and at last we will discuss how we can run the same thing through cl program. Okay, so let's start the practical thing. Work lnk, enter. Here if you go and look for the directory which I am going to use is Sharmit. So here I will take option 5. Then we have one script here which is sharmit.sh. This script we will use in order to create the example. Remember one thing, this script is already in executable mode. So if you don't know how to make your script executable, then please go and check out our one of our previous session, because there we have already discussed how to make shell script executable. Okay, for that you just need to run one chmod command, and it will grant you the permission related to execution. Okay, and then you can easily utilize it. But for now, time being, we are just focusing on the code, and I am not going to show you the steps through which we can make the file executable, because that thing is already discussed in our one of our previous session. Okay, so now I'm taking option 2 here for this script. Here we have firstly noted down some multi-line comment, as you can see here. So multi-line, the purpose of this comment is just to show the presenter name as well as the session name. So presenter name is Sharmit and session name is continue in shell script, or you can say continue utility statement or command in shell script. Okay, so let's just understand this thing. And one more thing, if you don't know how to use for loop, do while loop, or do until loop, then I will suggest you to go and firstly check out the looping statement, because if you are not sure how to use loops, then it might be a bit difficult for you to understand the this logic that we are going to do right now. Okay, so that's why I will suggest you to go and please check out the first please check out the sessions related to loops. Okay, all right, so now I'm assuming that you know the loop. So here you can see we are running one for loop where we are using I as an index in 1 2 3 4 5. So these are the 5 values that we have stored. So what it will do, it will iterate the loop 1, then for 2, then for 3 4 5. But inside loop we are checking another condition, do if test is for evaluating the condition. So if test is $I is hyphen equal to 3, then in that case we are using the continue. So continue is just a keyword, you just need to put it as continue. No need to put any other file name or anything, because we just want to skip this iteration. So what it will do, In this case it will not print this line when the I is 3, but if it is not 3 then it will again iterate the loop and print the value. So let's do the dry run to understand this. Okay, for the first iteration we have value as 1, so it will go inside this loop, it will check test is test, it will test I is equal to 3. No, it is not, because we have 1. So it will simply skip this part, skip this portion, not, it will not go and you execute this line. Okay, and it will print number 1, number is 1. Then it will go for second time 2 is not equal to 3, it will skip this portion and it will print number is 2. Then it will go for 3 is equal to 3, yes it is. So this time it will execute this line and it will not print this number is 3, it will skip that portion and simply go for next iteration, which is 4. Okay, in case of break statement it simply came out of the loop, but in case of continue it will skip that iteration and check for the next value. So 4 is not equal to 3, it will simply go and print number is 4. And then 5 is not equal to 3, so it will print the number is 5. Okay, so I hope dry run is clear. Now let's try to run this script and see what will happen. So here I'll write qsh, which will open this Qshell command entry screen. Here I can use /home /Sharmit /text Sharmit .sh and enter. After enter you can see it prints the value number 1, number is 2, number is 3 is missing. Why? Because we were using the continuous statement in case when the number is 3, and that's why it is not showing us the number is 3, because it is not printed. Okay, so I hope this part is clear, because this is very important thing in program in projects. Like there are many conditions where we are supposed to use this continuous statement in order to make it as per the need of program or project. Okay, fine. Now you might be thinking, is it possible to use this continuous statement 2 times? Let's see. Pressing F3 for exit. Sharmit.sh, taking option 2 again for edit. Now what we will do, copy this line, paste it before, and this time I'll make it as 5. Okay, not 5, let's make this one as 2 and this one as 4. Okay, so in this case what would be the output? Firstly it will check 1 is equal to 2, no it is not, it will simply go 1 is equal to 4, no, it will print the number. Okay, let me directly run this so that with output you can understand it better. qsh /home /Sharmit /text Sharmit.sh and enter. After enter you can okay, something is wrong here. Okay, let me check. I think we have repeated do as well. Oh, no need to check for do, because do is required only one time. Okay, let's try to run it again. /home /Sharmit /text Sharmit.sh, enter. And you can see it print number is 1, 2 is skipped, number is 3, 4 is skipped, and number is 5. And this is what we were expecting, right? Because we used 2 time continue condition. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now if someone asks you the exact definition, so you can simply say the continuous statement is primarily used within a loop to skip the current iteration and proceed with the next iteration of the loop. And one more thing, you can use it with any type of loop, whether it is a do loop, for loop, do until loop, okay, or do while loop, you can use it. Okay, now I'll quickly show you how we can run the same thing through cl script program. So here we are using the same program, which is for running the shell script using cl. dcl take f4 variable name type storage length, then chgvar variable name and script of the file, then strqsh, variable name, and after that when you compile this program you will see the same output. Why? Because we are running the same script, okay, but this time we are just running it through CL program. So I hope this continue statement or continue utility is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Qshell.